Welcome, love. QueensMind is the community that I searched for myself as an entrepreneur who was deeply spiritual, who knew that I was on a journey, who knew that I had big things to do here. I tried other communities where the emphasis was more on business or more on that spiritual growth. And what I really came to understand for me in terms of my path and for leaders like me, business is the new temple. This is where we get our initiation, right? This is the path by which not only do we grow spiritually, but it goes hand in hand. So I've been an entrepreneur for, my goodness, a long time. So my first real introduction into working in a business, in my first marriage, we had a cafe in a college town. Towards the end of that first marriage is when I launched my first business that was entirely mine. I was a belly dancer. I started teaching, then I started performing, then I was touring the US, teaching and performing, ultimately competing in Belly Dancer of the Year and placing in that national competition. What I learned along the way is that every time that there was a leap in progress, that there was, every time I hit that plateau and needed to move beyond it, or anytime I had that goal, first it was like just hit 6 figures, then it was develop a team, learn how to scale, right? It was all these pieces. Every time I got stuck, every time I had a big leap or development, it was without question an energetic shift that happened, more so, a million times more so than a particular strategy or tactics. The strategy and tactics were important, but they went hand in hand with the energetics. And what I found was it was hard for me to find a place that really met someone like me, a modern day priestess. I know I'm here to balance feminine and masculine energies on the planet. And the thing is that people like you, people like me, we're here exactly right on time for this paradigm shift in this new state that we find ourselves in. How do we navigate here as spiritual leaders, but that we're doing our work through business, right? We're doing our work through serving our clients, through building communities. Once upon a time, people like us, we would have been recognized as children, whisked off to the local mystery school, gone off to apprentice with the medicine man or woman. There was a place for us, and there we would go through our initiations, go through our learnings to reach a level of mastery so that we could then come back and serve the community. My intention with QueensMind, my vision, is to create that entrepreneurial mystery school and soulful sisterhood community that you've been looking for, that we've all been looking for, where we can learn together, grow together. It's also where I get to bring all sides of my expertise to the table as a mentor, right? As a guide. Part of the idea behind QueensMind is the QueensMind Wisdom Circle itself, which is a coming together where we all share our wisdom, because I don't know about you all, but I don't have all the answers. Like, this is anyone else on that path with me, where it's like the more I learn, the more I realize how little I know. And yet I know that I have so much to offer around embodiment, right? Having this this past as a professional belly dancer, all that I learned about owning the room without saying a word, all that I learned from the wisdom, the intelligence, the healing that was passed down by our great, great, great grandmothers, the women who had to hide their power, the women who had to swallow their power, so that all of that information got transmitted through DNA, through blood, through bone. It got transmitted through the moves that I was learning in these belly dance classes, right? They go back eons. This is a thread that connects us to ancient women's wisdom, right? Ancient indigenous wisdom, modern indigenous wisdom, in fact. And so it's an integral part of our path as leaders stepping into this role on the leading edge of transformation. I get to bring in that piece around feminine leadership, ancient women's wisdom, indigenous wisdom, intuition, learning how to reconnect with what we already know, right? And just learning to trust ourselves. Yes. So there's that side of it. And there's also the side that I get to bring in that's so useful for this community, which is my expertise as founding priestess of or I should say, chief executive priestess of the Claim Your Message copy and content agency. How QueensMind is structured is like the main piece, the main juicy bit is around energy, mastery, and learning how to trust ourselves, learning how to tap into all parts of ourselves. And when you click through to the next page, you'll learn more exactly the type of curriculum that I'm presenting there, what we can learn from past models of feminine leadership and how that can help us reclaim all parts of ourselves so that we lead as the powerful leaders we are here to be. And then the lubricant, right? The thing that makes all the parts go is this strategic piece. So this is where we get to meet our people where they are. How do we market? How do we reach our community, reach our people in ever and more powerful ways? Just cutting through the noise and calling in the people that we are here contracted to serve. So I invite you to join me in this gorgeous wisdom, wise circle of feminine leaders. And I look forward to doing this work with you. Beaming you so much love. See you on the other side.